spent a long time coming, and we were too sure. And now I see you fall to the floor. We spent a long time running while we were slumming it all. And now they're knocking down my door. Don't blink, open your eyes. We move it to the left, we move it to the right. Can you see through my disguise? We move it to the left and we move it to the right. Don't blink, open your eyes now. Oops, and you might be missing me. Yeah, you might be missing ways I followed. We spent a long time coming, and we were too sure. And now I see you fall to the floor. We spent a long time running while we were slumming it all. And now they're knocking down my door. Well, please go away, I'm trying to chill. Why'd you foot me with your bills? It's really not the time and place. I've been losing a little faith. Faith in me, faith in them. Faith in who, where, why, what, when. The things that I can't comprehend. Like how much money have we spent? We spent a long time coming, and we weren't too sure. And now I see you fall to the floor. Yeah, my heart starts burning when I hear them roar. I see you knocking down my door. Yeah.
I'm here at the barkless tree. Gonna start a little journey. A buddy of mine came out and showed me some new structures in an area that I've explored before, but we got a little walk ahead of us. But this is kind of where we decided to start the hike. Cool little stick placements here. A few right here. I've seen glyphs right here in this area. And then this little den that we filmed before. I don't know, probably people footprints in here. Hard to say, it's been melting for a while, but this has been up for 6 months or so. Just a little spot. Don't see any footprints in there, but logs across here and rock in here. It kind of looks like it either fell down or there's been more stuff placed on top of it. Hard to tell. Snap right there. But wonder how often they come here and use the stuff. They must know not to come when the snow's here so they don't blow their cover. But anyway, hoping to find some cool stuff today. Okay, this is a spot where my buddy was taking some pictures, but found this big asterisk that I thought was pretty compelling in his pictures, and it looks even better in person. But I mean, you know, this isn't natural. All the trees aren't gonna just fall in this one area. But it's also ironic because there was like a lean-to built on this log where they were ones going down on both sides. They were all propped up like this. But it looks like they built a new structure with those logs, which is right next to this nest here that I've documented before. This is great because there were just, you know, maybe 10 or 15 logs on each side, building kind of a lean-to shelter right on this barkless log. And now there's an even better teepee right here. Look at this conglomerate of sticks. I'm sure this has been all touched by Squatch. But this is a really cool one here that they built, which is right next to this giant nest, which I've documented before. It's right here along the river. Really interesting. This has surely been here for years, and they don't seem to be moving this one at all. But this is a really cool looking teepee. Look at the fresh breaks. You know, always wonder, what's the purpose? What do these do? Are they in there? Do they live here? Is it like a dolum? Do they go in there? And I just don't know what the purpose is, but it's so amazing. It's so beautiful to find this stuff. And we're in this area that's just in between civilization. There's the walking path is right here along the river. There's a path across the river, and you can kind of see that humanity is all around us. There's the road over here and vehicles, but this is just enough room, just enough privacy in here for them to come in and do their thing. Got the horizontal placement. We walked up and my friend said, "Oh no, they took it down." But I'd already seen this one through the trees, so I knew there was going to be something good here. This is classic though. I'll take some photos of this, and I don't know, we'll keep walking, see what we find today. So gave it a few days for the snow to melt. It's not all gone, but it's kind of frozen, icy in here. But anyway, see you down trail. I just noticed this on the ground too. I don't know. Look, I mean, they built this. I know they built this.
They have to,
yeah, I just don't know what it means. But just to, I mean, it's kind of like a glyph, you know, just a cool little thing on the ground. Even, you know, a little thing of bark, like enter the structure. You know, just so
check
cool.
out this. Just the stick jammed all the way in there. I don't know if they were digging for food, or if that's just they put it in there and snapped it. I don't know. Just kind of cool. Kind of cool. Mess with them. Let them know I was here. But just came back to take a few photographs of this from different angles. This big asterisk. Check out this huge arch, and they've placed a vertical placement here, a big tree kind of splays out at the bottom to support it. Goes all the way up. Just hanging, just a shape, just a message, just an encoded piece of information. Or is it art, which would essentially be the same thing? Something to spark your mind, send it in a direction, inspire you, influence you, make you think. Just something that says, I did this, a Sasquatch doodle, you know? Imagine what it could be and what it could mean. It's amazing to consider the possibilities. It would be lovely to find an answer someday definitively, either from them through a psychic medium or direct interaction. Would be very curious to find out. This looked like a doorway from far away, but looks like a freshly knocked over tree. And even, I don't know, I wonder if they would do that and then come underneath to have this be a special area with the energy of the tree. There's some white-tailed deer out here. Quite a few of them. Saw 3, but that's a group of 4 or so. Maybe they just keep getting bigger, so I'm pushing them down here, but looks like a little spot to me. I don't know, I can kind of feel the energy in this spot. I'm not kidding with the tree here. It just feels very enclosed and very comforting. Pretty interesting. It's like could be nature, could be natural, could be a little statue or something. Yeah, this looks like a decorated little construction. It's just made out of old wood. So either it was, like I said, created out of old wood, or it's been here for a long time. It could be both for that matter. Years old, the wood is, but the structure's probably just been hanging. Kind of cool getting close to this other highway, so we kind of walked from it along a road over here all the way up to where we parked, maybe a mile and a half or 2. But there's trail systems that go under here and across. I'm not sure if I can get there underneath here, but there are trails on the other side of that highway that I plan to go look at in the future when the weather gets warmer. Check out this hanger. And just suspended in the tree. Maybe just busted off on purpose. Snapped off right there. Huh. But yeah, just suspended. Really cool. Alright. Big old tree down, right? Nothing necessarily suspicious. Just an old, rotted in the middle cottonwood tree. But my friend was telling me that some native cultures believe about, you know, their god is in the trees and the nature spirits, and we were just having that conversation, and then he stopped me and showed me another stick hanging through a tree, and I said, let's go back to that big tree. I swear to God, I did not do this. First I noticed this one up here. It's that shape right there. And I was like, what is that? And then I thought maybe they scratched on here, and you can see other scratch marks potentially right there. And, you know, could be animals climbing it, right? But those look like pretty broad scratches. Just really broad. And then I just happened to look down, and I'm like, no way. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. So other marks, you know, it could be, you know, that a squirrel or something. You could say, oh yeah, a fucking bobcat jumped up here and this and that, but how are you gonna get 5 perfectly straight scrapes? I don't even want to mark it. I wonder if I could. So it's soft, you can scratch into this, but I don't know, that's really meaningful to me. Brian Bland often talks about 5 scratches being 5 members of a clan, but then I just wonder if it means being human. If that's what that means, being human. I don't know. I consider this a great find. I'm leaving them an offering of sunflower seeds here at this tree where I found the scratch marks, in hopes that they'll come back soon and get it before a squirrel does. But anyway, I hope they enjoy that. And I hope they get it more than anything. You know, how does this tree lose all its bark and have it piled up and laid out, splayed out like this? It's got a beautiful texture to this wood, curved. And I find this super interesting. This piece just hanging on as a squash wood. Could be natural, but it's definitely cool. We were just making a joke about another one, a log going through the tree, and being like a teacher-daughter and the Bigfoot out here playing on it, the kids, you know. But utilizing what they have in their environment, mostly for aesthetics, I imagine, but there's always like joke pictures of people like drawing Bigfoot, making tree structures and doing different stuff. And I don't know, if you look on like Google Images or something, you can find, basically just look for Bigfoot pictures for the fun of it. But just kind of noting this big chunk here, broke down here in a few pieces, and then this is stuck in here, going down along there. Kind of looks manipulated. I don't know, maybe it all fell like that with this branch arching down underneath this. I don't think so. This is the connectivity of the energy, is what I think. Could be wrong, could be right and not even know how to explain it. Kind of looks X-ish with this coming up. A little piece stuck in here. Just energy, whatever they're doing with their environment. This is kind of cool. These cross like this. They laid down a branch right here, freshly cut, leafed up cottonwood branch that they broke off somewhere, and it goes across this, creates that. Look at that long bark hang. It's probably 6 feet, no, maybe 5 feet long. Pretty cool. Next to all this stuff. This is kind of standout-ish. It's another, like, you know, obvious cottonwood leafed up. Sitting down here. Looks like it's been snapped. Didn't just break off at the joint. It doesn't look like it was kind of manipulated into ripping. I don't know. You could say maybe a squirrel jumped and broke it, but just seems kind of placed there on the trail like a marker. This is really interesting. Just came upon this rock on top of here, and you know, you might think, okay, yeah, it's just a rock. Anybody could have said it there. I'm holding some rocks in my hand that I found. So, I mean, if you're a rock hound, you're picking up rocks oftentimes. Holding them, I always have done that. Even when I used to run long distances, I would keep a rock in my hand sometimes just as a counterweight to throw it a little bit harder to make me run just a little bit faster. Just like trail running, you could just dismiss it, but then it looks like there's actually a glyph written in, you know, the scratch mark of the stone here. Kind of like a, I mean, you can see it, it's like an A. But like, I mean, God, that is really cool. I'm just looking at it with my eye here. Kind of looks like a long line over here coming down. Like 1, 2, like 1, 2, 3, but it's that shape in the middle. You know how they do that? I know there's a word for it, where they take 3 trees and they interlock all of them and have that space in the middle. I've seen that in structures, actually. I've seen that. You know, you see that up in the high forests like Colorado Bigfoot shit, but that shape 1, 2, 3, that interlock, I forget the name that they call that, if anybody remembers, but there is a name, either Nathan Rio or somebody else coined that term. So you can see the long line, 1, 2, and 3 coming through, creating that inner triangle. Pretty cool. Just found this bag here, this Party City bag. Kind of a colorful little thing. Well, there's even more blue. My buddy's like, look at the blue. But then there's also like
something there. Just a blue camera case. Plastic. It is ironic. You got the colors, and then you got this can of BBs over here. But there's this stick placed over it, like as a no. As a no-go. Don't go shooting stuff, you know? Like, I don't know if that's what it was trying to say. Like, Or I don't know if it just decorated the tins. Opened the tin and decorated it or whatever. But you got the one stick coming over. And then the other one right here. Stick over that. That has a Y shape to it. Maybe that's the ownership sign. Maybe that's just because that's the shape that trees grow. I don't know, it could mean nothing to do with it, but it is overlaid. You know what I'm saying? You just see a lot of those Ys everywhere. Another Y. It's like, is it just coincidence, or are they exemplifying that and showing you that? So I think it's the latter, but as opposed to the former. So I'm just looking around. Lighter on the ground, a couple cans, but just right here next to that rock where the glyph is. This one's poking out into the trail, and I walked by and I just realized how much of a unique stick it was, with that eye, that long eye shape, snake eye look that it has to that, like this hole right here. Just, I don't know if that would be super enticing to the Sasquatch or what. Maybe just broken off of a tree. Just snapped on that end too. Just a really cool piece of wood. I'm gonna talk to this lady walking up. Have a nice day, everybody. Squatching out.